Today, I want to talk to you about long distance relationships. If you ask me, long distance relationships are one of the biggest injustices a person can do to themselves. Frankly, I have a somewhat negative view on this, because you spend the best times of your life thinking about someone who is far away and waiting to be reunited with them. You end up missing out on many beautiful things you could have experienced. But let me make this clear from the outset. What I'm saying isn't for people who are currently in a long distance relationship or who have turned a long distance relationship into a close one. I'm not telling anyone to break up. My warning is for those who haven't started yet. If you don't have a relationship, I'd advise you to think twice before entering into a long distance relationship. Because it's not an easy thing, it really takes a toll on you. Today, possibilities have expanded. We can video chat, we constantly text each other, and the internet has made everything easier. But no matter what, online meetings, video calls, and texting are not as genuine and beneficial as face to face communication in real life. We see this even in online therapy. Online therapy can be beneficial, but it cannot replace face to face therapy. If possible, the best therapist is the one who is nearby and whom you see face to face. Because being in the same environment, breathing the same air, strengthens the relationship. Communication established from a distance, no matter how deep we think it is, often remains superficial. This can lead to disappointment in the future. In long distance relationships, texting and video calls can become a routine task over time. When it starts to feel like a chore, the excitement inside you slowly diminishes. Then, when you finally meet face to face, the gaps and superficial aspects you hadn't noticed before can surprise you. I think one of the most important issues is this. You are in the prime of your life. You are in college or have just graduated, and you have started earning your own money. It is precisely during this period that a long-distance relationship enters your life. You see each other once a month, once every 2 months, but that period will never come again. During this period, going to the theater with the person you love, eating together, walking in the park, going to the gym, socializing is very valuable. You might say, we can do that later, but things that aren't experienced during that period can't be made up for later. Long-distance relationships push us to live life through a screen during the most beautiful time of our youth. Of course, there are exceptions. I'm not putting distances caused by work, assignments, military service, or temporary education in the same category. I'm not talking about relationships that started close and temporarily drifted apart. What I'm talking about are relationships that started distant from the beginning and remained distant. In long distance relationships, many problems remain unseen because you don't live your life together. What do they do when they're late? How do they behave when paying the bill? How do they act when socializing with other people? You can only see these things in daily life. When you meet once a month, everyone shows their best side. The longing is high, and the real face doesn't easily come out. But one day, when you start living in the same city, you might say, I didn't think you were like this. If your partner is jealous, a long-distance relationship can turn into pure torture. Where are you? Share your location. Video call me. Keep your phone on. At this point, the relationship ceases to be about love. It becomes a control mechanism. This is not healthy and often becomes pathological. Physical compatibility, touch, contact, these are not things that can be understood through conversation. Everything may feel wonderful during monthly visits, because longing and imagination are at play. But in everyday life, is this compatibility really there? It's impossible to tell from a distance. Long-distance relationships don't show us the whole picture, but they make us feel like they do. This is a huge illusion. If you live in the same city, you can build a more comfortable life with your friends, family, and social circle. But in long-distance relationships, evenings are usually spent in front of a screen. Over time, this isolates people and disconnects them from social life. Are there couples who started with a long-distance relationship and are happy? Yes. But why make this process so difficult for yourself? As a psychologist, I say, I definitely don't recommend it. But if you've started and it's going well, there's no point in ruining it. What I'm saying is a reminder for those who haven't started yet.